What is going on, guys? It's your boy, SF Bay Area Sports Talk, and we have some breaking San Francisco Giants news today with a report coming out that Derek Holland, left-handed reliever slash starter, has been traded to the Chicago Cubs, and the Giants will send the Cubs some cash considerations, and the Cubs are returning back cash considerations. So a very intriguing deal in the sense of I think the Giants in this case, although I do not know what the dollar amount was here, but the Giants wanted to get something out of Derek Holland because, of course, the news came out last week that the Giants had released him, designated him for assignment. And usually when that happens with a player, what will happen is eventually they'll go through a process where then they will become a free agent and other teams will then be able to sign him. And in this case, I think it was a situation where the Cubs probably believed that other teams were going to jump on the opportunity to sign a Derek Holland. And so the Cubs negotiated a deal with the Giants to, basically be able to say, like, hey, we want to acquire Derek Holland's services. And so that is exactly what happened. So now, let's get into, guys, why was Derek Holland released in the first place? So, early in the year, he was in the starting rotation. If you guys remember, last year he had such an incredible year. He was one of the staple starting pitchers in that rotation for the Giants in 2018. He had an ERA of 3.57 last year, and his performance on the field last year and his presence in the clubhouse really made him a really amazing Giant and, really appreciated his time here. And he earned himself, the opportunity to come back this year. Farhan Zaidi re-signed him in the offseason, guys. And he was penciled into the rotation to start out this season. And unfortunately, things didn't go too well for him this year out of the rotation. And due to the Giants having a number of rookies come up this year with Tyler Beede, Sean Anderson, and we've also seen Connor Menez. So a lot of opportunities for young guys out of that rotation. So Holland ended up moving to the bullpen, and he was the long guy down there. So the Giants would use him to eat up innings. Also, he would be able to get big outs. And, he pitched pretty decent out of the bullpen. It was just a few outings that, he struggled. And in his last outing before he got released, he had given up 4 runs in 1 inning against the Mets. It was on a Saturday afternoon day game. But anyways, he was very productive out of the pen, getting big outs at times. And, he could be used as a lefty specialist. And we also saw his velocity tick up in his stuff. He was touching 96 miles per hour on his fastball. So still a very capable pitcher. And really, in the Giants situation, they ended up moving Drew Pomerantz to the bullpen. And so it was either between Pomerantz or Holland. And so Zaidi opted to go in another direction, of course, releasing Derek Holland. And so, we appreciate his time. He was a great Giant. He gave us a lot of great memories, a lot of energy and passion out there on the field. And, I do not know how he will be used with the Cubs, although I think, they probably acquired him to be a lefty specialist. Again, 96 miles per hour on that fastball, very good there. And, hopefully good things will happen for him over there with the Cubs. So, guys, wanted to go over his stats. He was 2-4 with a 5.90 ERA. Now, that ERA had ballooned pretty high up to like 6 or 7, so he was whittling it down. And in 31 games, he started 7 of those games. He pitched a total of 68 2/3 innings on the year with 71 strikeouts. So, very good strikeout stuff for Derek Holland. And now I'm going to read you guys a quote of what he had to say in a text as a response to the trade to the Cubs. He said, "I just want to say thanks to the Giants organization for everything they have done for me and helping me in the process. It was truly a blessing to get to wear the Giants uniform. Looking forward to being with the Cubs." So we wish Derek Holland all the best, guys. Great, fabulous time in San Francisco. And now I am going to get into some of the latest trade deadline news, guys. There are potentially could be a lot of moves that could be made for this Giants team over the next 3, 4, 5 days as we are winding down to that July 31st trade deadline. Now, I was reading today that 90% sure that Madison Bumgarner and Will Smith could still be with the Giants beyond that July 31st trade deadline. However, the Giants are still out there opening or willing to listen to, discussions and offers on the table. But I think that ultimately the Giants will hold on to the team that they have right now because, being 17-4 in the month of July, one of the hottest teams in all of baseball. I think they have the best record in that span, guys, in July. And so, you do not want to mess with this chemistry that you got going. You trade a Bumgarner or Will Smith, you never know. Things can kind of go out of funk. If you guys remember in 2016, we traded Matt Duffy, and I think that was a very tough trade to, for a lot of the veteran players and the close-knit group that we had on that Giants team. They were the best team in baseball the first half of 2016, and after the Matt Duffy trade, it just seems like they were never the same team, and, carried over into 2017 and, of course, 2018, in which we failed to make the playoffs. So, these are all things to take into consideration. And I think the Giants are going to be buyers, and they will be looking to acquire a power-hitting outfielder with controllable years beyond this season. So if we are going to be buyers, we will not be looking to get a rental player for like 2 months. That's going to be a free agent at the end of the year. I think we will be looking to move, say if we move some young controllable talent for some other young controllable talent and just work out a deal that's not only going to benefit the Giants in the now in this team, but also into the future, as you're always trying to do both win now and win into the future. But things are looking up, guys, with this entire transformation of this ball club. When you're looking at the depth that this team has now with the offense and players backing up positions, something that we could not say last season or the last several years, or last couple of years for that matter. So it has been extremely exciting and a complete transformation. Also, guys, the Giants minor league system is now moving up in the rankings. I believe now they are ranked as having the 15th best farm system in baseball. So that is not bad when you consider out of 30 teams, that puts us about the middle of the crop. But honestly, this farm system is only going to continue to develop more and is going to be extremely exciting. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button. I very much appreciate all the feedback from you guys. I love to read your comments. I love to interact with you. And comment down below. I would love to hear what are your guys' thoughts on this Derek Holland move. Did you guys think, that it was the best move for Farhan Zaidi to make? And what are your thoughts about the trade deadline approaching, guys? What do you think is going to happen with Madison Bumgarner, Will Smith, or a Tony Watson, Sam Dyson? These are all things to take into consideration. How many moves could be made, and what could the Giants be looking at in terms of being buyers? It is going to be so exciting, guys, and cannot wait to be doing more exciting videos in the coming days in reaction to all this news that could be coming out. And until next time, I will see you again. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.